Hi, and welcome to Let's Get Distracted, episode 41. Tonight, we're going to talk about life-activated weight loss challenge. And with me, I have Julie Chamberlain. Hi, Julie.
Hey, Michelle.
It's great to have you here.
Good to be here.
But first, I'm Michelle Burke, coming to you live from Annapolis, Maryland. Many of you know that after 30 years in the corporate world, I went out on my own and created Health and Taxes. There are only two things certain in life, death and taxes. So I'm here to help you flip that to health and less taxes. On Sunday nights, I come to you live both on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're catching this in replay, please hop over to my YouTube channel, Health and Taxes, and watch it there. Please share, comment, subscribe. Any type of love you want to share with me is much appreciated. So every Sunday night, I come to you at 7:30 Eastern, and I bring you something health and wellness related. And going into this new year, I know a lot of people are thinking about weight and weight loss. So tonight, I've brought Julie on board to talk about a 30-day challenge that many of you should consider. But first, let me tell you a little bit about Julie Chamberlain. After almost losing her life in the early 20s, Julie became an early seeker and student on health. Since that time, she is committed to share her experience and knowledge, to connect with others, to health information that can help them improve their quality of life. And I know this firsthand. Julie is out there to help educate, and that is really the purpose of this show, is to educate our listeners on things that they can be doing to change their lives. So with that, I'm so excited to have you here, Julie.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. So happy to be here and share a couple thoughts with your audience here.
Julie, tell us just a little more of your story, or maybe something that you would like to share with us.
Sure. As you mentioned, that in my 20s, I was skiing in the French Alps, and a blizzard came in and I was trapped in the blizzard. And so almost lost my life. But as a result of that accident, had pretty severe physical changes in my body. And so, as you mentioned in the introduction, that just since that time, I've just been acquiring all this information to learn better and do better in terms of health, just to try and make sure that I'm able to do the things that I love to do. So, yeah.
I know you've shared a lot of your story in the past with me, and this amount of trauma. And just the one thing I love about you is that you definitely say, I'm living in the present because, and just a reminder to live today. So I love that. So Julie, as we go into this new year, a lot of people are thinking about weight loss or weight management. For some of us, that's just as important as weight loss. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned this 30-day challenge. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure. I think that, in this quarantine pandemic times, it's been a really stressful time for a lot of people, and really hard time for a lot of people for a wide variety of reasons, whether emotionally taxing, whether you're trying to work and homeschool your children. You might have loved ones who've been sick and passed away. It's just been such a prolonged period of time. And I know, at least for me, towards the beginning of the pandemic, I just sort of gave myself that grace, and like you were talking about before, to try and stay in the moment and kind of let myself go a little bit in terms of, maybe having a glass of wine every night, or having a little treat, some ice cream. But once you start doing the math on those little allowances, it doesn't have to be that crazy. And then that's where you find, oh my gosh, 9-10 months in, I've gained 20 pounds. Because if you think about it, a glass of wine could be about 200 calories, depending upon how you pour, or like a soda, or, like a treat. If you just add 200 calories to your day, times 7 days, that's 1,400, times 4 weeks, that's 5,600 additional calories you're adding to your month. Well, that's 1.5 pounds. So if you do the math now, 10 months in, there you go. You have already, maybe gained 20 pounds if you weren't moving as much. And that's been a struggle for a lot of people as well, as who weren't used to working. I was lucky enough to work from home before, so that was less jarring for me. But, if you're used to going to the office and maybe commuting to work or going out at lunch for a walk, and then all of a sudden you're working from home, then not only are you adding that glass of wine, but you're also not moving as much. And so those LBs can kind of find you fairly quickly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have had weight gain over this time, just a change in their routine, right? Not getting as much exercise with gyms being closed, or just not being able to get out and do as much as we did. And you're right, it's not anything to really be embarrassed about, because it doesn't take that much to just add that extra 10 or 20 pounds by a little more snacking here or there. For me, it's just eating more carbs at night and sugars, and it really starts adding up. So tell us about Life Activated and this particular challenge that you're sponsoring.
Yeah, so it's a free challenge. So if anybody's looking to try and get some accountability, and maybe if you're a little competitive, can get some competitive spirit, we are doing a free 30-day weight loss challenge starting on Wednesday the 20th. And we provide, meal plans, recipes, some fitness challenges, and we have prizes. So a lot of great things. Oh, great. Thanks for putting that up. Accountability, and there will be prizes for the top 3 women and men for their weight loss. Now, to win the actual prizes, you do need to purchase some product, but you absolutely do not need to purchase product to participate in the challenge. So as you see there, it starts on Wednesday, and then every week thereafter we have weigh-in check-ins, and then it ends on the February 18th. So it's really a great way to sort of jumpstart. If you're looking for a little extra motivation and accountability, this is a great place, safe space for you to be able to try something new. And if you are already on a certain diet plan, or you've had success with something in the past, absolutely, you don't have to use the meal plans or anything that we provide. That's just to help folks out who, want a little bit extra help as well. So on the next slide,
hey, Julie, before I jump to the next slide, one of the things I want to say, I think it's kind of fun that it's actually starting Wednesday, because some of us, January just happened and we're still processing, and we weren't ready to go on January 1st. So some people think New Year's resolutions have to start on January 1st. Yeah, I like the fact that it gives us a chance to, okay, now I've gotten back. I'm in 2021. It's already off to a crazy start. But I've kind of started getting back in a flow. So
yeah, great point. Yeah, so as you can see here, we've got 4 of our friends who are trainers in their normal everyday day jobs. So obviously some of them, depending upon where they live, are a little bit more limited in terms of work. So we've got Kristen starting off the first week, and she's going to do a cardio challenge. Then we've got Amanda, she's going to do the lower body, and then Milena is going to do core, and then the 4th week we've got upper body challenge. So it should be able to be a good focus time, so that you're not going to try and do too much all at once, and really focus on specific body parts each week as some structure. Now, obviously you can do other things offline, but that's just to kind of give some structure to it.
Yeah, and I love this. Each one's just a week, and it's all through Zoom. And you can join. We'll get more information here how to join. But I love, because I can think of just doing a week module. It's a bite-sized piece, commit to it. And like you said, it's there if you want that structure and if you want that accountability. If you want to do something on your own, of course you can do that as well. Hey, we've got Dan Sadler joining us tonight.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Late Dan. Thanks for checking in from the other side of the pond. Love having you here. We also have Addie and Tom. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Awesome.
Hold on one second. Let me, there we go.
Okay, great. So here are some of past results. So in the past, we've done some 90-day challenges in addition to 30. So you can see some folks, you can see our friend Sandra there in that first from 2019. She really did an amazing job. But you can see sort of the results you have with sticking with it for 90 days. But the 30 days is a great time to just kick it off. So yeah, just a couple examples there.
I like the idea, we've done these in the past with 90 days and you get engaged and then may stay engaged or not, but 30 days, anybody can commit to 30 days. Right. I really like that idea of 30 days. And yes, Sandra did an amazing job. So proud of her.
Fantastic. So for some of you out there, I don't know, if you're needing a little structure and assistance, so many times our body, we're not getting the nutrition we need. And so if you're not getting the nutrition you need, your body is not going to release the weight. So we have a couple of different bundles to help you with some of the problems that you might be having in your diet. So this Fit Body Foundation bundle, it really focuses on 30 protein meals, optimizing your metabolism, lowering your oxidative stress in your body, and detoxifying, and especially maybe after the holidays and all the stress we've had in our lives, to be able to have that. And then also it helps boost your energy and feeling of motivation. So that's a great Fit Body Foundation bundle to help you if those seem like things that you need to do.
Yeah, and our buddy Dan here is saying he did the challenge last year. I forgot that, and he did lose inches off his gut, and I know he's maintained it. He's kept it off. So good for you, Dan, for taking that challenge last year and sticking with it.
Yeah,
Julie, sure. Boosting energy is good for all of us, and I know because of the combination of the vitamins and the right minerals and things in the products, it really helps boost that energy, and I definitely feel that boost myself.
Oh yeah.
You want to tell the group just quickly what is oxidative stress?
Sure. So oxidative stress is basically what happens to our bodies when we encounter toxins and so many bad environmental impacts. Honestly, just breathing causes oxidative stress from the carbon dioxide. But with our environments being so heavy in toxins, that's what oxidative stress is. And so what that results in is anything you hear of that results in itis. So, even simple things like dermatitis, right? Like anything inflammatory is caused by oxidative stress in your body and how it manifests in your individual body.
And so many diseases start with inflammation and oxidative stress. I mean, there's so many links of 220 known diseases that start with inflammation. So if you can reduce the oxidative stress, if you can reduce the inflammation, then you have a better chance of reducing the chance of the resulting consequences.
I've definitely benefited from that myself with my own itis, and just the reduction in pain has been fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah. So then the second bundle, the other one was focused a little more like on a weight loss, true weight loss. And this one is more a gut focus, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And, most of us need the gut support. I started on our probiotic, not thinking I needed to be on it because, quite frankly, I have an iron stomach, but I was really could not believe how I felt so much better, which I just thought it was like normal to have like stomach rumbling all the time and these kinds of things. And it's not normal. It doesn't have to be that way. And so that's sort of what I found through our probiotic. And then we also have the prebiotic, which is what feeds the good probiotics so that they can foster in your gut. And hopefully folks have heard more and more. I feel like it's out in the media a lot more, the importance of your gut biome for your overall health. And they call it the second brain. So there are so many different, hormones and things that are released in your gut that are vital to your health and wellness. And so this bundle really focuses on the gut. So it's that probiotic and prebiotic along with that NRF2. So that's back to the antioxidants and the oxidative stress reduction. So it's fantastic and detoxifying, really getting the immune system going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to emphasize. I start every day with a prebiotic and probiotic every single day. And I feel like I have a strong immune system. I know it's much stronger than it was 4 years ago before I started taking any of these products. And you just, like you said, you think you're well, you think you're fine. But once you boost it, you really start feeling the benefits, and you really like, oh, and then when you start getting more educated on what does it really mean and how does it impact me and how important it is. And, it's why we're here, to let people know how important it is.
Well, and for me, like the prebiotic, I was like, I wasn't really sure I needed that either. Despite my experience with the probiotic, you would have thought I would have been more gung-ho. But I was like, I don't know if I really need it once again. And I started taking it, and good grief, just, again, exponential results, just feeling of so much better. And it's easy to consume too, because it's delicious. And I just put it in water or maybe in one of my protein shakes, and I'm done. So
exactly.
Great. Very easy.
And very easy on the digestion. I mean,
oh my gosh,
no problems with it at all.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's great.
So thanks for sharing some of the Life Activated Weight Loss Challenge, showing us kind of the bundles, telling us a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit, how does someone get started? What is the first step?
Sure. First step would be to contact Michelle or I, and we can put you inside of the Life Activated Facebook group, because the challenge will be take place inside of that group. And it is a closed group, so nobody will see that you're in there. And then after we add you to that group, we'll send you the guide. So that will have the complete details of the challenge, some of the details that we flashed here on the screen, but then also the meal plans, the recipes, and things of that nature. In case that's helpful for you. And then, obviously, Michelle and I are here if you have any questions in terms of if you feel like you need a little extra help, if you feel like a fat burn might do you really well, or if you're looking for a really good protein shake. I just had a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and, she's going on our protein shake for a different reason, because she needs to actually gain weight, and her doctor put her on this carnation like breakfast bottle, and it was like all sugar, and it only had 10 grams of protein. And I'm like, what in the world did they put you on? I was like, this is where sometimes our fantastic medical professionals are not nutritionists. So we have to kind of question sometimes, but so many options to tailor for what you need.
Yeah, so I'll add to that. I'm always letting people know that most of our medical professionals had very little training in nutrition, and hopefully that's changing and they're getting more education. But if there's a lot of first ingredient in something that you're taking, if the first ingredient is sugar, probably not what you want, especially if you're trying to lose weight. So you mentioned this guide, and it's a free ebook, if you will. It has all kinds of great things in there, like how to pick your bundle, some meal planning, some eating tips, fitness challenge. And so I will just, for our listeners out there, like Julie said, either contact me or Julie directly, or just put it down in the comments below, Facebook group. Just put Facebook group, and we'll send you a link to the Facebook group. And they're going to be daily invites into our information in that group. There'll be a lot of postings. You'll be in there with like-minded people who will be supporting each other and helping each other. And again, it's 30 days. So I challenge anybody out there looking to make a difference in their life right now to sign on for 30 days to see if you can make a difference. And usually, if you can make it through 30 days, you'll be able to take some of those adjustments that you made and be able to continue them into the future. And that's kind of the hope, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, Julie, thanks for all that information. As we wrap up here, is there anything else that you would like to say in closing?
No, thanks, Michelle. I'm just really looking forward to seeing you guys in the Facebook group. And obviously, if there's anything you need or any questions you have, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help.
Great. So thank you, folks, for joining us. Thanks for watching in replay. We'll be back again next Sunday at 7:30 Eastern, and we're going to be talking about pet health. So join me for that, because our pets are just as important to take care of their health as it is for us. Julie, thanks so much for being here and joining us tonight, and everyone have a good night.
Take care.